Okay. I just watched Daredevil Born Again, episode 7? I think it's 7. And I'm just going to talk about all the spoilers because there's so much going on. It's all spoilers. It's like, it was enjoyable. That's the non spoiler. Now let's just go to the other spoilers. First thing, we get. I'm gonna have to apologize because I'm gonna mess it up. Jessica Jones, I know I'm gonna say is Jessica Drew. I just know I'm gonna do it. I apologize to start off with. I'm gonna say Jessica Jones is Jessica Drew. Know it's gonna be a mistake. I'm sorry. But on that note, I'm watching the first couple minutes, and we get Jessica Jones fighting a bunch. Well, we get Kate and Matt talking about Bullseye. It's okay, but then we get the phone call with Jessica Jones. I'm sorry, I was reading Iron Man comics. I was reading comics with Jessica Jones, and that was screwed me up for life. But Jessica Jones, not Drew, Jones, was on the phone. And I was like, oh, that's Jessica Jones. And we get the little scene of her fighting in her house. You don't see anything, but you see the kid. And I know Republicans, MAGA anti-woke people are going to be like, how does he have a half black, half white kid? But everyone who knows the comics knows that is Luke Cage's kid. And I'm super excited. Because that means Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are a couple. Which I don't know when that actually happened. The kid looked like she was about 2 or 3, which that's years ago was the last Netflix Jessica Jones or Luke Cage was in a series or Defenders. So I don't know when this kid showed up, how it showed up. But I know it's Luke Cage's kid. Which means, I wonder if that means Squirrel is babysitting. Sorry, comic books. Wouldn't we all love a Squirrel Girl TV series? Which is like, it might be Grandpa. Grandpa might be babysitting. But okay, back to the topic. There was that fight happened. It was entertaining, but then we go after that fight. We go back and we see that Fisk is moving off his guns out of the area. Hope that covered up the thing because it's not 10 minutes yet. I can't say that word. But he moved all the. Oh, I think I can see it. Huh. I don't know. He moved it all out. Okay? All of his inventory is out of the place where it was with the case, with the wristwatch, and everything else that was included with the wristwatch from episode 1. But you get to see Daredevil's costume a little bit more when he meets up with Jessica Jones. Trying really hard not to mess it up. And it started to turn red again. It's almost half red and half black, which is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, kind of wish it was just black. But I understand what's going on. It's like the whole Invincible thing where he was wearing the blue suit and it was slowly breaking apart. That was season 3. Season 3, I think that was where that came in. Well, it's like, oh yeah, his suit is slowly washing away and becoming the normal suit because he's no longer becoming evil or whatnot. He's he's becoming good again. He's redeeming, being born again type deal. But yes, Wilson Fisk is mourning the loss of Vanessa. She actually did die, which honestly I'm gonna miss her. She was a great character. I wish Jessica Jones was in it more, but I understand you can't have someone like Jessica Jones in something. There we go, in it more. But I understand that's part of the thing, but yeah. Would like to see her more. The therapist lady, I can't remember her name, but she's clearly being possessed by Muse and having some. Well, she probably needs a therapist or a special hospital, as White was. Because I have a feeling, if not this season, next season, she might be dressing up like Muse. Don't know. But that's going on in this time, and her and I think it was Buck were like talking, and she was hands around the neck type deal on Buck, and I don't know if that's supposed to allow her release some of her pent up feels or something. I don't know. We got BB and Fisk's friend, I guess whatever, apprentice dude, who he's actually really does care for BB, and BB and him celebrated his birthday, and we had that. I think we're supposed to get the hint that he's about to KO BB, but like Fist did to BB's uncle. But there's that. The cops are basically now a military force for Fisk, which may get, again, some Republicans upset. But it's not. This actually stuff happened in comics, so can't be upset about it. When you want comic book accurate stuff and they take it off the comic books, you can't be upset about it. Look at him. Look at her. She's sleeping. But yeah, they're like getting out of control. The one cop pews the snitch cop, and the one cop that's kind of on the edge, he's bad but he's not bad, saw it and is like, okay, this is wrong type deal. So I think he's gonna turn. Hope he does. Who knows? Looks like one more episode. And as this is going on, Kingpin and Matt are talking. Oh, by the way, the Jessica Jones and Matt fight in the warehouse was pretty cool. I'm just sad it was so short. That happened at the beginning, like in the middle type deal. It was a very short scene, and it was now done, and not really like Jessica's losing her powers somehow. Oh, I should have said Jessica. She's losing her powers. She said she doesn't know what's going on, and it's like plotline for another season. Maybe to get her powers back. Don't know. I'd like to see Swordsman again. He's one of my favorite characters in the Phase 5 is MCU. And Kellen was about to KO Bullseye, but Matt stopped her type deal. But yeah, that was, that stuff all happened around the same time. But then we get the fight that I think we're all waiting for, was Kingpin versus Daredevil. And yeah, Kingpin and Daredevil's fight was pretty good, but I wish Kingpin was a little bit more like Kingpin-ness. Like, for a while, Daredevil was just dodging everything. It was like how Goku or Frieza did with like Ultra Instinct. So it's just like, ooh, 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 ooh. It's like, I don't know. That's how it started. I was like, yeah, it's cool and everything, but Kingpin's kind of like slow. And he's emotional. I wish he would be more like picking up tables and throwing it type of stuff, or breaking through walls with Daredevil and stuff like that. I wish that would have been part. I still like this episode. And it was okay. Daredevil, like, Fisk destroys Lab in a snowstorm. It gets destroyed because he throws Daredevil into it and it kills. But he was like, for a guy who's emotionally unstable, he seemed kind of stable. I'm sorry. He's emotional. He's trying to figure stuff out. Daredevil and was talking to Kingpin about it in the beginning. It was like, hey, we should just both leave town and get new lives. And I was like, ooh, Daredevil going to San Francisco? Comic book reference? Didn't Kingpin go with, like, out of, like, to Washington or something like that, too? In the comics? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. But I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's a reference to those. So, maybe they're both gonna leave. I don't know. Daredevil beats Kingpin, and they're like, what are you gonna do? Arrest me? I think the idea of him leaving New York, both of them leaving New York, might be the way they go. Don't know. I'm not looking up spoilers, but we talk about stuff in this. That's basically where the episode leaves off. Like, White Tiger goes, friend gets injured. The bad cop, the main cop that's bad, finds out Karen is Karen, and he's about to do something. I don't know who's gonna save him. Probably White Tiger Girl, but Karen might be in trouble. Because that's where the scene ends, is Kingpin asking Daredevil what he's gonna do, and Karen being about to be not around anymore. So I enjoyed it. I would say it's probably, I would say, an 8 out of 10 episode. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I wouldn't say it's the terrible episode. It was just like, there it is, and Jessica is back. Yay! She clearly had a kid with Luke Cage. Again, yay! Does that mean we don't get more Defenders in season 3? I believe I saw that they were filming season 3 as they were filming season 2, and there are more Defenders from pictures, and they've been hanging out a lot, so I think season 3 is coming out like October. I think I saw something that I was like, it's coming sooner than anyone else thinks, but who knows? I'd like to see Daredevil and like the armored look, the red and black with the armor. Maybe next season. Don't know. Always good to keep up the change up the costumes. It's the best one with She-Hulk. Was Daredevil's yellow and red outfit. Like, that's all you did though. But one thing I'd love to see in the future for the series, I don't, maybe even the MCU, like movies, I want Bullseye in a Hawkeye costume and going around as Hawkeye. Because it sounds like Jeremy Reynolds is not coming back anytime soon. So having Dark Avengers Bullseye, which they just released the pre-orders for Marvel Legends, which I am getting. I did not pre-order it. I didn't have the money. But it's a Build-A-Figure no one's going to really want. I'm sorry. But that's Dark Avengers Bullseye, and I love the Dark Avengers. That's one of the reasons I bought, I have some Marvel Legends. Was because it's like, hey, that's Dark Avengers coming out. Yeah, Iron Man done. Actually, it was Age of Apocalypse that, and some Iron Man stuff that made me buy a lot. But yeah. So here I am, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. I guess next week, and then I guess that ends next week, and Punisher's the week after it. I think that's how it's gonna go. I don't know. Because I think there's 8 episodes. This is 7. So I don't know what's gonna happen. It looks, because I don't think they're gonna leave it off on a cliffhanger. But I believe Punisher's the first week of this next week. Like next month. So, I don't know. Looking forward to that. But they also, I think someone released, like a lot of people on Instagram that kind of have some stuff, just released a bunch of photos of Jessica Jones, Marvel Legend, and Black Daredevil. Black suit Daredevil. And I'm like, Jessica looks pretty good. If it's true. The only problem is I feel like they're still reused Bloodstorm hips, which was the old Jessica Jones's legs. So who knows about that? Because female jeans was kid size for Laura Kenny and Mel Casaves. They have the female legs that are jeans, but I don't think that's good enough for Jessica. But who knows? But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the episode. I give it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't the best, but and I can I'm gonna say MAGA is probably gonna be quite upset with it, which is really sad to be like a political party is going to be upset with the series. I'm sorry. Keep your politics out of TV shows. When you watch something, watch it. Don't put a politics behind it. And if you don't make a TV show, try to keep your politics out of it. Because that way you don't have little sissies on both sides complaining. But I enjoyed it. 8 out of 10. My complaints are that the 2 fight scenes in this episode were kind of short. And I was also talking to a bunch of friends on TikTok at the time. So, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. I say it again, I want to see Bullseye Hawkeye. I want to see that Poindexter Hawkeye. It would make me so happy, especially since we have the Thunderbolts. So like we could have a couple Thunderbolts be Dark Avengers after Doomsday, Secret Wars. Honestly, I think they should reboot the entire series after Secret Wars. I know that's kind of taboo to say, but I think we need young blood. All new Captain America, all new Iron Man, all new Miss Marvel, all new Captain Marvel. Just redo everyone. Start from first. I would say start with Captain America and work your way up. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. There's a lot of Easter eggs. It was nice seeing Kingpin and Daredevil actually fight. I wish he was like in the boxing ring. He was more of a beast than he was here, I think. But who knows what's going to happen? Again, I enjoyed it. And who knows what's going to happen next week, because we may be at war. Who knows? If we're at war, I'm going to be making a video about how bad this politicians are in this country again. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. On that note, good night.